Hello world, how's it going? Aaron Lowe here, and just gonna do a quick little run through of my song Lonely Nights. That's just recently out, so definitely check that out on Beatport, Spotify, all those places where you listen and buy music online. But anyway, just gonna go through a quick rundown of the instruments, and a little bit about the production technique. Want to keep it under 10 minutes because that is the maximum for Instagram TV. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and jump in here. I figured the best place to start is just looking at the drums. That's most of the times where I would start making a track. So let's go ahead and listen to the whole drum section together, and then we can take a look at those piece by piece and see how it's all put together. So yeah, here's what the drums sound like. So yeah, a really pretty simple drum section, and a pretty simple song altogether in terms of tracks. I'm only at 32 tracks here, and a lot of those being effect tracks and different versions of the vocals. So it's really kind of a basic song in a lot of ways. So let me go ahead and fire through here. So like I said, we got the drums. So we usually just start off with a kick here. Right, simple thing that comes from disco, the 4 on the floor, and the rest of the drums are really just built up from 2 drum loop samples. I'll show you each one of them, and then we'll listen to them together and see how they work together. So here's the first one. Second one. And here's what it sounds like when you put them both together. Right, and then moving right along, what we'd have next is the bass line. Yeah, and this actually came from a sample, this bass line, and then I kind of built everything else around it as well. But let's take a listen to the bass line as well. Right, so that's what the bass does. The piano kind of follows that in some respect. And that I built up this the piano from this F9, the piano packs that they have. So check out them, F9 Audio, really great stuff there. And this is what the piano. Let's go ahead and take a look at the notes. This is the piano chord progression. This is something I've actually never done before, and the chord progression is just, the chords are just 2 notes. I'm usually doing things that are 3 or 4 note, harmonies in the piano, but this one, it worked out as being 2 notes, and yeah, and the whole progression, I guess it is really. So let's take a listen to what that piano sounds like by itself. Right, and then moving right along, we have this little arpeggiation, I guess we could call it, and that's done on the Arturia Jupiter modeling synth here, and that sounds like this. Right there, it's kind of getting filtered in, so let's listen to it here. Right, so that's what that's doing. We've got these little pad lead sounds too, that also coming from the Jupiter as well. And we can take a look at those notes. Those notes look like this. So Right. Okay. So yeah, let's just look at the notes on this one. I didn't show them to you on that one. So this is what's happening here. It's just this arpeggiation. Alright. So yeah, let's listen to that section all together real quick. Just so you can hear it all together. We'll listen from here into here, and you can hear this change that happens right here as well. So let's take a listen to that. Right, so right there, you have most of the sounds in the whole song really happening right there, with the vocal happening right here, and then disappearing here, and then those strings were coming in here. So this is another sound we didn't look at. It's just a high string, sustained note on the nexus. I use this all the time for strings. It's these vinyl strings, 70s vinyl strings. One of those three is usually my go-to for a sound like that, and that's being sidechained with the Vengeance multi-band sidechain, just to give it that pumping effect. So yeah, those are the sounds there. I mean, everything else really is just effects. You have this white noise sweep that's happening here, and these are kind of just transition effects to move the song from one section to another. So that's what that's doing there. So let's listen to that real quick in the context of the song. Kind of, yeah, listening right where we were. So yeah, let's take a look at this, how this works. Right. So yeah, let me see if I can just real quickly here. Let's look at the vocals here and what's going on here. So this is something I often do on vocals. So this is part of the vocal, and it's just been reversed, and just to lead into the main part of the vocal. So let's listen to the reversed part of it by itself. Right, and so that's just kind of a way again to kind of introduce this new sound, which is the vocal that's going to be coming in. So here we go. Right, so that's what that does. Let's listen to it real quick in the context of the song. I'm running out of my 10 minutes for Instagram TV, so let's listen to this real quick. Right. So yeah, that's I think all the time we're gonna have for this video, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Go ahead and give a listen to the full song on Spotify. And if you have any questions about any specific things, please let me know, and I'll try and answer those questions for you. And thanks again for checking it out. And I'll see